So a big resource, so it's a doubling of our resource numbers. We've gone to that 1,300 ppm, but we've also got an area called Inside Centre at 119 million tonnes as well, at a higher grade of just over 1,600 ppm trio. So when you compare that to Australia, where a factor of 10 or above most people, if not other factors, if you then look at where we sit in the global comparisons with peers, we sit very close to where Serra Verde is, who's commissioning at the moment, both in terms of grades and tonnes. Brazilian Rare Earths, who's just done a big capital raise, is also sitting with a similar grade in their clay-hosted facilities. Meteoric's a little bit higher. So comparatively, we're now up there with the global peers in terms of grade, with the exception of one, which is a little bit higher. And tonnage is also fantastic. So OD6 has put out about 60% on average. We get up to 90% recoveries, but importantly, our recoveries are similar across all of the rare earth elements. That's including NdPr, dysprosium, terbium, and a lot of others. So that's very comparative to the Brazilian guys, that it's getting somewhere between 46 and 68% recoveries across a lot of their projects there. They've generally got a little bit higher NdPr recoveries, but a little bit lower dysprosium and terbium recoveries. So look, we're competitive with all of that. There is a bit of an age difference in some of the rocks. Ours is a lot older. It's been weathered more. There's less acid consumers. So we can work with a lower pH and a lower reagent consumption, whereas some of the Brazilian ones are a lot newer rock and a different recovery profile as well as they go through from top to bottom. So we're consistent generally all the way through the profile from our top 10 metres through to our top 70 metres. Versus some of the Brazilians where you actually see those recoveries drop off quite considerably as they go deeper. The current supply demand is an interesting one. The prices have come back quite considerably from about $120 a kilo NdPr to about $50 a kilo at the moment. There's obviously been some debate with Aluka and Linus about those numbers, but effectively what's showing is most people aren't profitable, including the existing producers and the Chinese producers at those levels. What we're seeing is the demand still growing, so there's obviously a bit of manipulation in price. So the forecast prices and demand, we need about another 10 to 20 new mines to meet the forecast demand. Prices, we probably sit there and see if it gets up to somewhere between $75 to $100 a kilo NdPr. We think that's probably a fair range. It might go higher, it might go lower over those periods, but the demand is strong, obviously driven by electric vehicles, wind turbines, and probably robotics going forward. Yeah, so for the rest of the calendar year, we're going to look at getting our scoping study out. The scoping study will have the resource announcement that we've just announced recently. So that's got the indicated 100 million tonnes of indicated resources there. That feeds into the scoping study along with the work that's been done at ANSTO. There's phase 4 works, which is looking at both the impurity removals and producing a mixed rare earth carbonate. And we may also look at going down one more step to a solvent extraction process where we produce a rare earth oxide. We've also got some drilling. We've recently got some money from the state government to do a further round of EIS drilling at 2 new prospect areas. So once the winter season's finished, towards the end of the year, we'll be getting out there and doing some drilling. So plenty of news flow. And we've also got some CSIRO and Murdoch University results coming out as well.